Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan.
My name's Carter Nolan.
And welcome back to another reaction video.
Yeah.
We like doing this. We know they're not our most popular series, but we like doing these. If you're new to the channel, feel free. Please subscribe. We'd appreciate that very much. And it's free. And leave a like on the video. Yeah, but if you're watching this video, if you've watched this show, let us know your thoughts on the show. But yeah, Episode 4 of Andor. This series is different.
Definitely.
There are things that are really good about this series and things that are a little less than stellar. So far, a lot of the characters aren't memorable. Like, there's a couple, but, like, it's really, like, the supporting cast feels like humans, but not like humans that I care about. That they're not really compelling. People get lost in the shuffle.
And there are a few that are memorable, not very much. But the thing is that the characters that are somewhat memorable, with the exception of Cassian, what's their name?
Yeah, no, their names are just kind of like they say them once or twice, then that's it. It's like, okay.
It's hard to talk with somebody else about this show, and this is kind of what I brought up with the past few episodes, is that it's hard to be like, oh yeah, well the guy who did that thing with the thing of the, like, it doesn't make sense, so yeah.
Okay, so other than that, like, before we get into spoiler territory, all I'll say is this episode is, like, its new plot A storyline is moving. Its plot B storyline died, which is, like, the plot B storyline has pretty much just run its course into a plot C storyline, which I will now, for future weeks, be referring to as the B storyline. B storyline continues to interest me more, but oh well. Spoiler warning. Okay, so I care so much more about the Imperials in this show than I do.
I feel like that's you with a lot of shows.
No, but especially with this show.
Like, yeah, it's a lot more.
With this show, they make them so much more interesting as human beings. Yeah. There's a lot more different. There's a bigger diversity of personality there that is evident on display.
And you see the competition, within the Imperial ranks as well, where where not only are people trying to get one up on other people within their sector or whatever, but it's also people, you're also very aware that other people are trying to do this, so it's interesting seeing that dynamic.
Let's get our first reaction out of the way. This is our reaction to Coruscant / the ISB building.
We're going to Coruscant, okay.
What?
Imperial Coruscant.
What?
Okay, I'm really curious of what we see here. Wow.
The ISB! What? Yeah, so, that was a pleasant surprise to see. You see, obviously, I didn't realize it was ISB agents. I didn't know that that's what their designation was. So, it was very nice to see that. Honestly, the female ISB officer, good, like her. The male ISB officer, like him, and the older ISB officer,
the guy is very in charge.
Yeah, very, very per the course of a proper asshole Imperial. So yeah. Is our next one the person or the fighters?
No, the fighters.
Okay, so our next reaction is the two TIE fighters.
What the fuck is this?
Oh! The boys are back.
They were just
they just passed by, and it's just nice to see them. Like, it's just
that
really
Imperial
nice
presence.
To see them.
It's there.
Yeah, I also find it hilarious. Like, this show's trying to set us up for some things, and it's like, this is a weird show because, like, its main character his death's already decided, but it's not in the show, so we know he's good, but also too we know that everyone else is probably dead. There's a few exceptions. So far, the only one being Mon Mothma. You can't kill her, but other than that, pretty much everyone is on the chopping block right now.
Yeah, I actually think that that's quite a good thing, especially if we do see a lot of deaths in these shows. I think when you're going to have a show that is based around the early Empire, seeing how strong their grip really was is very important.
So, I just think this show needs more... Like, it's good. I just think this show needs more impact, like, week to week. There's not a lot of impact things happening.
The way the show is going is almost reminding me of the Peaky Blinders, in the sense of it's a lot of small things happening that are building and building and building, and then the end of the season is the big climax.
Yes.
That's what I'm expecting.
I don't disagree with you on that, but I think... But comparing those two is a dangerous game also because...
I was just saying in that one aspect.
I know. But also the good thing with that type of a show, though, is that it's more tighter. It's 6 episodes as opposed to 12.
That is true.
The characters throughout Now let's get the third reaction out of the way.
Make them a lot more memorable.
Mon Mothma.
Strange looking vehicles.
What?
Oh. You drive them.
Hey! Yeah, good to see her in the show.
She's got wondering a nice
when she's gonna show up. Yes.
Can't say house. Really feels way too big to be an apartment.
Yeah. So I don't know what else to say for this episode. Like, it was a setup for the next week's episode. Yeah. Which was weird because people were so high on this after only seeing 4 episodes, because the people that got the pass for the media pass got to see the first 4 episodes, and they were super high on the show. And I'm like, what? Did you see something we didn't? Because this is fine. It's a bit mid, but it's fine. But I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, this is the greatest fucking.
The thing I will say I like about this is that they're trying to do enough to make you interested, but they're not trying to do too much. Which is that's what I liked about Mandalorian season 1. Mm-hmm. Season 2 was a very different theme, but they brought in so many.
This show hasn't turned me off in terms of it. However, it has lulled me into a sense of like, when are we doing something? Yeah. When are we doing something? Like, if anything, I'd say it has a bit of that what Bad Batch had. Like, where it's like, except the difference is Bad Batch had action between that, in those
episodes. And it was a lot shorter episodes. So,
but
if you had a filler episode, it was only 20 minutes.
That's pretty much our thoughts, I think.
Yeah, basically.
Don't forget to leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Share it around. Let us know down below your thoughts in the comments. Do you like this show so far? Is it annoying to you? Just let us know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
How did my father die? Like a panther.